Hey, bro, who'd like to have you impacted today, and why?
I held the door open for someone earlier. I don't know their name though.
Well, that's cool though. Anybody would. Hey man, you need to do that more often, man. Show them that you care for them, man. What about you, bro?
Me? Yo, I told someone a joke earlier today. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right. Why do people who want to be alone freeze themselves?
I don't know.
Because they want to live in isolation. That's a funny joke. They call me dumb, but I think
Bro,
they actually like
you just really impacted my life, bro.
Right?
Yeah. Thank you, Jim. What about you, mom?
I told someone they look nice today.
Word.
How have you impacted somebody?
I told somebody that they're greatness and like they are really blessed to be here.
Oh.
Yeah. And I appreciate them for being, you know?
Oh, we ain't even a backpack at lunch. Remember that?
Oh yeah. And yeah, I had to go get your backpack for you. I got you, bro. How you impact somebody like today? Yeah.
Yes, baby, there's people outside. There's people everywhere.
I told my mom this morning that she was a great person, even though like she works for me and my brother. No, but me and my brother also work. So even though we're working, she's still working for us either way. So,
Hey, I haven't really impacted anybody but my sister, she impacted my life like major.
What she do?
Like she just come around like every time she get off home, like she come in my room, tell me something and go about her day. And I think that's pretty cool.
I wish I had a sister that did that, man.
Well, it's true. My brother impacted my life. I mean, we just do everything together. Whatever I feel like, even if I feel like I can't do nothing, he always encouraged me to do something better. So that's how he impacted my life.
I say my mom impacted my life because every time I want to give up, she don't let me.
I feel like my track team encourages me and like impacts my life a lot because like we're there to encourage each other and push each other when we need it and then to have a good laugh too.
For me, it's my aunt that changes the road for me. She's just the kindest person you'll ever meet, and you never have to hesitate to ask for help because she'll always be there.
Oh, I guess, well, for me, it's why all my friends help me out and encourage me. I try my best to help them out too, so I gotta think of it.
Be the legacy. Leave the world a better place than you found it.
Important case, I'll never forget, it was a story about a young kid. And this young kid, he did something in his life that was incredible. And the thing that he did, he said to his father one day, man, I want to make a difference. And his father said, so what do you want to do? He said, I want to bag groceries. His father said, you want to make a difference? You want to bag groceries? He said, yeah, I want to bag groceries at this grocery store. I heard this lady speaking about the whole industry, and I want to be a part of it. So the father said, okay, I'll go up to the grocery store, see can I get you a job. It'll probably be pretty easy to get you a job bagging groceries. So the father gets him a job, kid starts working, he's enjoying it. He comes home one night, and he says to his father, I really want to make an impact. Like, I want to make a difference. His father's like, what do you mean? Like, just shake the people's hand, tell them great seeing you. The son said, no, I want to make an impact. And the father said, what do you have on your mind? He said, I want to write personal notes, and I want to put them in the bags. When they come through the line, I just want to put a personal note in the bag. Will you help me make copies? Father said, sure. And so one day the manager came in the store, and the manager said, why is everybody in line 8? He said, somebody get on the intercom and tell them we have other aisles open. They got on the intercom, they said, don't you all know it's other aisles open? And they came down, they went to the line, they said, hey man, come to line 6, we're open. And the people responded and said, no, we want to get little Johnny's word of the day. He became a part of their life. Like people started coming to the store just to get a loaf of bread when they didn't even need a loaf of bread. They wanted the word of the day more than they wanted the loaf of bread. But because he became a part of their life and they couldn't live without him, they would get a stoplight away from the store and say, man, Johnny's the bagger. I got to go and get his word of the day. And it started with, I just want to make a difference. And he drove business to that grocery store by one simple act that people didn't value in the beginning. Like the thing I've learned about life, like everybody is in different businesses, you know, per se, but at the end of the day, we're all in the people's business. And what I mean by that is every day we have a chance to impact somebody's life, right? And I firmly believe with the things we're part of and the things we do, we all have to have a purpose that's a lot greater than ourselves. So when we hit things that we don't understand and that brings us a certain level of discomfort and that hurts us and we just can't pull the grips on it, when we have to encounter things like that, we have to step back and we have to figure out, how can I use it? And a lot of times as people, like naturally people are selfish, right? And what I mean by that is they approach situations and they say, what can I extract from this situation and how can it benefit me? But the moment an individual shifts their perspective and shift their mentality and shift their attitude from me to we, that is the moment an individual becomes literally dangerous. Because now an individual is attached to purpose and mission. And when you have an individual that's attached to purpose and mission, it's not too many things that's going to stop them. You see, my football career ended, but my reason for why I lived my life, it never did. I just had a paralyzed right arm and hand. My mentality wasn't paralyzed. My spirit wasn't paralyzed. My drive wasn't paralyzed. My dedication wasn't, my commitment wasn't, I was the same man. I just had an extra boost of energy for why I lived my life. I wear this as a badge of honor. Every single day, the adversity, the opposition that life sent to break me, I wear it as a badge of honor because I understand every day of my life, I represent something. It's just like every individual in this room, every company, every brand. When people see you, they think something. How can we be those people that's a breath of fresh air, man? How can we be those people that live life with passion and compassion? How can we be those people when we ask people questions, we don't just listen with the intent to reply, but we actually listen with the intent to understand? How can we be those people that understand everybody that comes across our path, they come across our path for a reason. And so when we approach them, we listen, and we share a little bit of love, and we want to leave them a little bit different. Like I'll never forget, I talked to the guy that I encountered the hit with that left my arm like this, and that changed my life. I'll never forget I talked to him. He called me and he played for the University of Air Force, obviously, and he just so happened to be from Atlanta. And he calls me and I picked up the phone. It was about a year and a half after my incident happened. I picked up the phone, this guy is crying his eyes out. And he says to me as he's crying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. He said, I didn't have a shot at the NFL. He said, you did. He said, I feel as if I messed your life up. And I said to him, thank you. He stopped crying. He said, what do you mean, thank you? I said, I'm saying thank you because if this incident didn't happen, who's to say that I would be the man that I now am? Who's to say that I would be the father that I now? Who's to say that I would have the perspective that I have? Not that my perspective was bad before. Adversity, it's all about perspective. It's never about what we go through. It's how we view what we go through. And when I told him thank you, the reason he didn't understand it, it's not so much about a story. right? We all have stories. Like the ESPN producer told me, he came down to see me in Atlanta and they shot my little special and he told me, I'm not coming just for the story. Everybody has a story. He said, I'm coming because I can't understand your perspective and I can't understand how you can be thankful for something that brings a lot of people pain and they just can't understand. I can't understand how you're thankful for something that a lot of people can't even process and they will use it as an excuse. And I said, you probably can't understand it because you don't live life the way that I live it. Every single day I wake up, the only thing I need is a breath of fresh air. That's it. I don't need a reward. I don't need a product. The only thing I need is breath in my body. And every single day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to live life for the right reason. And I'm going to live life in the right way. I'm going to live life with passion, with love and compassion. Because when I almost lost my life, that shade went up and it made me realize what life was really about. And at the end of the day, I think we all know it's not about anything superficial or materialistic. We've all experienced that. We've all got that new car, and 3 days later, it's just a new car. And then we've all done something for a family at Christmas, and why did it feel better when we did something for a family at Christmas than when we did something for ourselves? Because life is attached to growth. And life is attached to service, and what that service is serving something that serves a lot greater purpose than just ourselves.